Imaging camera, you should be able to see me in there. So red, orange, and yellow guy, right? So sorry if it's not pointed directly at my face.
Okay.
Right. So, and I'm gonna make my joke now. So sorry, fellas, but that means I'm the hottest thing inside the video right now. Yes, it kills with bridal parties. Just so I know, right?
That was good.
So I bring that up because we're looking for the blue and black spots. So this is a FLIR camera, and I have it set up to where blue and black are the coldest areas, black being the coldest, white being the hottest. So what I'm looking for out of this are either the black and blue to take shape or to start moving on its own. So we're going to have a lot of windshields and glass in here that's going to be black, and it's going to be stable. When I say I want something to take shape, I want a head, shoulders, moving arms, and legs. That's what I've caught with this in the past. That's what I'm looking for when we go through this. So we're at a nice ambient temperature tonight. It's nice and comfortable, so it's going to be very obvious when we have something come through here. The cool thing for you is when you guys get your video back is there's a blue dot that bounces around the screen, giving us the coldest spot in the frame at that moment. So what that is, I'm looking for 15 plus degree temperature drops. I want to say tonight is, what is today's temperature? I had it written down. Is it 63?
63, yeah.
So I keep track. This actually says 58 according to Weather Channel. So I will be looking for 15, so that'd be 43 degrees and colder. Obviously, that you guys all know how 43 degrees feels. That's obviously might not be a full figure, but we might have something that shouldn't be 43 degrees in our camera. That's the beauty of this. And it can go colder than that. Now, the person using this, which I'm going to hand it to our very sciencey doctor.
That was an interesting sound.
That was interesting.
What'd you get? Are you?
Okay, Leanne, I'm recording you because...
What? Five?
I keep hearing 5 out of yours.
What?
5.
5. Nick, I heard a 5.
5. Getting all kinds of numbers out of yours.
5 just came out.
7, 8, 5.
7 out of 5.
You had an 8 too.
Possibly, because I'm learning how to decipher this.
It's always your first instinct. Whatever you think you heard, that's what we're going with.
Let's see, there's something over here.
Like right there was something, and I don't. I think the linguist needs this job. This. I don't know if I'm the right one for this.
We're still on it.
Well, you were complimenting.
True. Yes. And it was 1875. Is that a yes?
I'm recording Leanne.
What?
1715.
1715. House was built.
No, that's when Charles died.
So it's 7 and 5. Okay.
Yeah, you said there was also an 8.
Got it. I'm like, when did you die, Eliza? When would you pass? There was music coming through.
Yeah.
This sounds
I
like
can't understand
a
it.
radio.
Yeah.
It's like a radio, right?
Right.
All right. Any other numbers on you know?
Nope. Not
Any other numbers on yours appear at all?
Never went back up.
All right. I say we call it.
Okay.
All right, everybody, let's go
All right.
back. See what we got.
Do I turn that off?
That's what I'm doing.
What else we got? I heard you
Oh, I
guys
forgot
say
a
that
question
you
about
needed
it.
this content.
We were looking for dates or. This is about Anne. Right? Anne the pirate.
And the pirate, yes.
I heard a yes.
What was that?
1. And the pirate. she lived a long time after. On her
I
third
want to go
marriage.
near that building.
What?
I want to go near that
Okay.
building.
He said the EMF from that makes it hard.
Oh, he says it's not as good there
Yeah.
next to the building.
So this is the one that was built,
Right.
and this is part of it. Wow. Did she live in that? Did you live there, Anne? She's probably thinking, duh.
Oh, yeah.
You just told me. A lot of radio stuff. I'm wondering about the questions that he asked. And Bonnie, because I'm still got the second story in my head.
I'm just looking for something blue, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm only seeing red. Let's take a picture of Tara. Tara's hot. Tara, you're hot.
Hot girl.
You're hot. You're super, super hot compared to everything else around you.
Galaxy
You're
is
just,
liquid, so
you're
Look
just
at that.
hot.
Look at that chip.
Look how hot she is.
She's blazing.
She's blazing hot. She's on fire.
literally ish. I don't have a cold soul. Yes.
I hear things that I can't decipher.
So what
Yeah,
other
I
fun
know.
words do you hear? Or see, sorry.
I got liquid right now.
Someone's leaving.
Yes, they are.
There's another ghost too right there. They're looking at the cemetery. They're looking at the church. Should we see if they have a...
Now we get almost.
It is fascinating to see how warm she is compared to the surroundings. I mean, this is definitely sciencey.
Yeah.
Do you hear it? Is it radio silence right now?
It's like turned down. What were the name of their children?
I think so. Oh, sorry.
Oh, did you really? Yeah, like I talked Thursday. Oh my gosh, you got a good number?
Yeah, did you get any good high readings? You get just 0?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
This place is dead.
It's like nothing.
you found anything or seen anything there?
Nope.
I want to look through yours again because I can't remember what your. Oh yeah,
She's hot.
she is hot. And so you're looking for cold.
Looking for blue
I'm looking
spots.
for. Yeah.
It is kind of cool,
It's
actually.
very cool. Yeah, it's fun just playing with the.
Technology, yeah.
Listening for.
I can't go. Well, I can't
Name
go
of her
there,
children.
But my
Oh,
You'd think you'd see something from that, like a blue spot in the window. That's what I would look for.
I wonder if you could see through a window. I mean, how far? At one point you got to 80 and then it went down fast. So. I know. Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh yeah, like I've mentioned, this thing's like really sensitive to even me moving.
Alright guys, this one's nice and quick because you just need to have just enough information to kind of know what we're looking for when we get over there. So the first time I came over here, this is the new space of the year. So I only had 2 people last November, and I told them it was just a spirit box, the word list, and an EMF meter. That's all we were using, and I told the young lady with the spirit box, just tell me whatever you hear, because I don't know what to expect in here. Every ghost tour comes in here, I want to know why. And the name Tim showed up. Behind me is a bust of Henry Timrod, born in 1828. Like, again, I can't make this shit up. Kind of like we had the 793 and 4th, like damn close, but the 1828 is spot on. Here's how his story goes. He's a writer, and he's sick through most of his life. He's obviously old enough to go fight in the Civil War, so he goes to fight in the battlefield for the Confederates, because he's from Charleston. He goes out to the battlefield, but his comrades realize he's too sick to fight. They sent him home, knowing he was a writer, and told him to go be the voice of the war. So he came home and started writing poetry about what was going on in the battlefield. Now, once he comes home and he becomes the poet, he's also becoming known as a laureate. Like, that's a pretty prestigious title for us writers, in case you're unfamiliar with that title. So a couple of years go by, he's doing pretty well. He's still poor, but he's a writer. He has a son. That son's name is Willie. He's born on Christmas Eve, but dies 9 months later on October 23rd. We're pretty close to that date now, less than a week. So again, I don't know how this is going to go tonight. He's actually been pretty quiet this month, because he also died in this particular month, October 6th. So him and his son both died in the anniversaries of this month. Anyway, back to Henry. A couple years go by and he's mourning, him and his wife, and he's not writing as much. His other writer friend, Paul Hamilton Hayne, another pretty famous poet, sees that he is not writing as much as what he's supposed to because he's not publishing in the paper that he works for. He says, go use my cottage in Columbia. It's the middle of the state. And you can get back on track, leave Katie behind to finish mourning with her parents. Let's get you back to work. So he goes out there and he wrote his last words. His last words were, beholder of brief mortality. And then he basically means, dear person with a short life. And then he coughs, and it lands on the page in a blood stain because he had tuberculosis, and he dies, pen in hand. Now, the interesting thing about this story is that that blood stain still exists. Why? Because it's in the form of a man writing at his desk. I think your camera's upside down, by the way.
Is it?
Camera always on your left.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay. I can probably fix it. Oh no, I'm breaking my damn tablets now. What happened here? So I'm going to show you that blood stain, but they only show this book one day a year on Halloween, and it's at the Charleston Library Society, and you have to be a member of the society to be able to go see the damn blood book, which is what we call it now. But the internet's beautiful, so here is his camera here, where you've had interaction, which is part of the reason why I have that camera. First time we had something going on with an SLS camera, it wasn't even mine. Somebody brought one to the tour, one of the big giant chunky ones you guys see on TV. We had an 8-minute interaction right here next to his bust. And when I say interaction, Henry, can I read some of your poetry? Raise your right hand. Went straight up. The only way this gentleman went away was the only female in our group went off to the side over here and outstretched her hand to be shaken, and he disappeared. You have to remember where he came from. 1800s, it was probably very disrespectful for a woman to approach him to shake a hand.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we never got him back, but we did have an 8-minute interaction, and we were able to film it with that camera because that guy did not know how to record with his SLS camera. So I had the whole thing on film, and I was like, damn, I got to find a way. So I talked to the developers of that app, and have been playing with it and testing it and kind of seeing what works. And we're at a good, I think, sensitivity mode where we have things we can debunk and things that we can't debunk. But I have had another apparition on the other side of that tree of a man reading a book, like sitting down with his knees up and holding the book like this, moving his head and his right leg. So that went on for about 3 to 4 minutes. Again, very interesting, weird things that happened in here. Also keep in mind EMF readers. So this is where I've gotten up to 167. And it was been during this session. So kind of keep that in mind. So a lot of weird things occur here. You may want to pay attention to the tips and tricks that I give them of what to expect, so you guys know what to expect when I'm asking the questions that I'll be asking. Is that fair? Yeah. Let's go talk to Henry. Let's see what we can get out of this. You okay over there? I've seen the yawn a couple of times. It's like, oh,
Sorry.
I'm probably wearing her out.
It's been a long day.
I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah, big bike ride.
All right.
I'm ready for bed. Party and head home bed.
I know.
Did you figure out your blindfold yet?
I think so.
You have not.
No, I have not.
Nobody does. It's okay. It's a Batman mask, not a full wrapper-riser.
Oh, cool.
So there's a little preparation right here. So we're going to start off with you. Tips and tricks. I'm going to be asking questions. You're going to tell me everything you're hearing in real time. Do not forget to talk. I may ask yes/no questions, so if you hear yes/no in your spirit box, it's okay to tell me. I might ask the ghost if I'm wearing a black vest. I'm expecting you to say yes. You don't know what I'm going to be asking. I also don't want you touching your spirit box. Once you get to your earbuds and everything set up, find a comfy volume, leave it alone. We want to make sure you're not cheating and hearing my questions. Okay, is that fair?
Yep.
I'm going to be keeping an eye on both of your breathing, just so you know. I do not take notes during this, so I can stay focused on the both of you. I have had to tap people out of this session before. Okay. I'm only going to keep you guys under for 10 minutes, and I will kind of keep everybody informed of how long we've been, keeping you under. Like when I hit the 5-minute mark is usually when I let everybody know. We're going to be filming the entire thing. So again, all you have to remember is you have to talk to us. Becca, where are you at? Okay, so she's going to be giving us a couple of cues. So when the 10 minutes is up, she's going to tap you on the leg. You're going to be able to hear me. So I'll say, go ahead, baby, take it off your face. But she'll tap you on the leg when you're done. Take off your own gear, I'll never touch you. If you're talking too loud, because we do have neighbors, she's going to tap you on the shoulder. That means quiet down. If we can't hear you, because we're going to all huddle in nice and tight, she may lift up your earmuff and just say louder, and kind of keep it nice and simple. So with that said, once he gets blindfolded and noise canceling headphones in, you're going to have to put those the earbuds in, put the noise canceling headphones on him. Cool. Because he won't be able to see it. And again, I'll help you out with that. You just have to set the camera down or hand it off to me.
Gotcha.
I'm going to set up my phone. All you have to do is tell us what you see, but keep it simple because I'm going to be focused on what he's telling me in real time. If you see 2 people on a bench with a tree in the background, 2 people, bench, tree, background. That's all you'll need to say because we're all going to see the images afterwards anyway.
Okay.
This thing will also give you like gray smoke that's rolling. You're going to tell us everything that's not gray smoke. This is not a 3D like in your face type thing. It's just going to be a picture floating in front of that gray smoke. You just need to tell us what that picture is, and that's it. You may get 1 picture, you might get 10. I have no idea. It's different every single time. I've only had 2 nights in the past 4 months where we had 0. So again, we never know what's going to occur.
So it'll be like gray smoke, and then whatever I see, just make it short, sweet, to the point.
You got it.
Like,
And it'll take a minute to kind of like manifest in front of you. Is the right term.
Okay.
All right, so let's get.
I'm just saying everything I hear pretty much.
If you've got another job, I'll do that.
Your focus, in case it's not focused, there's a little dial right here. So go ahead and slide that over your head and get yourself focused.
See if you see something.
Blindfold,
Suit up.
blindfold,
Remember he told
earbuds.
you can listen but look around.
The noise canceling headphones for you. Take them down and you just start them out and slide over.
Beautiful.
His egg head over there.
Okay.
You gotta put it here, back here. Yeah, they slide down. Okay. All you gotta do is get them started.
Comfy?
Can you hear me?
Nothing. All right. I see a column, a doorway,
He said no.
a door in a hallway.
See how volume? Can you hear?
Worthy.
Okay, he's good.
Worthy.
Okay, so we have column and door. It is 11:22. Our 10 minutes starts now. Henry Timrod, if you're here, we would like to see something
That was
relevant
last night.
for your occupation. No, I was not here last night. Henry, can you show us something or tell us something about your occupation to verify that you're here, please? Don't lean too forward, Paisley. You'll fall over.
My rights.
Rights. What's your occupation? Henry, thank you for that.
Get to sleep.
Can you show us one of the tools you had to use? You know how to use the green box. Keep an eye on that, the word list and the Ouija board device too, because things might occur out of there if I'm not getting it here. We've seen that before too. Henry, we'd like to hear something about one of the tools you had to use to verify the word
The
rights.
crash when you move.
Henry, can you tell us where you work? Like, who did you write for? Did you write books? Did you write for a newspaper? Henry, are you here alone? That's a yes/no question.
I'm not hearing anything right now. It's static.
Henry, I know that this month is rough for you based on the anniversaries of what happened at this month, but if you can communicate back to us with anything you want to tell us that's not about your son, you could tell us about your wife.
You wanted it.
You could tell us about your friend Paul, and you could tell
Democrats.
us... I don't want to talk politics with you, Henry. You want to talk about the war that you served in? That's a yes/no question. Henry? You want to tell us what war you served in?
You admit.
You sing it.
Be considerate and.
Okay. We'll be a little bit more respectful. Let's talk about your wife. Can you tell us your wife's name, please? Henry, can you tell us your wife's name, please? I'll take her maiden
It
name.
was church music. I couldn't make out what they said.
His wife, Katie, her maiden name was Goodwin.
Female created them.
So we'll often get the word good if I ask for it, because Goodwin's going to be difficult to find. Henry, can you tell us your wife's name, please? Her maiden name? We'll work
It's
as
my
well.
job.
We asked about your job. You didn't give us much other than you write. You didn't tell us what you wrote.
Right now, the directors.
Or right now. Henry,
And sometimes, I think it said, I close my eyes.
Paisley, how you doing in there? You okay?
Yeah.
You
Just-
don't lean forward.
Because I guess I'm still waiting for something up other than the hallway that was so clear, crystal clear. I'm not really seeing too much right now, just the smoke.
Hallelujah. They're tampering.
Henry, there's an animal in here right now. Can you tell us what kind of animal that is? What kind of animal do we have near us right now? There's other boxes here. You don't have to just talk through Ethan here. You can use the other boxes too.
I pray, Lord.
Okay.
Standing alone.
I asked you if you were alone. You didn't tell me yes or no. Is somebody else here with you? It's been about 5 minutes, just so everybody kind of has that idea. See how
What's the
quick this
number?
actually goes. Do you have a number? Any words out of there, Shane? Nothing? How's our word list?
I mean, elemental, tiny, collection, decompose. Tim.
You have Tim?
Tim.
I'll take Tim. That's how I found out about this.
Hmm.
No other tour that comes in here talks about him. They're talking about Biergard in the back. Nobody talks about Timrod.
Tim, what?
I got
Tim
two
Rod.
things.
Oh.
You got to fight.
Where'd you get that?
Henry, I asked you about the war that you served in. You didn't want. You told me to be more respectful.
Oh, I literally.
What do you got?
I got this like 5 minutes ago, not when you asked it, but I got injured in the line of combat.
Wasn't injured though. Not in that way. You didn't get any injuries from the war.
Campfire.
Is he a criminal?
Criminal?
No.
Mm.
Henry, let's go back to your friend Paul. Can you tell us maybe his last name? We want more verification that you're here, please.
All these questions.
Whoa.
Henry, I know you don't always like us being here, but there are no other groups in here tonight. But
410.
April 10th, 410.
Oh no no.
Henry,
Something about home come true.
can you tell me where Paul lived? Where was the cottage where you wrote your last words? What city was that in?
I got slowed down.
I know I'm asking a lot of questions. You haven't really answered.
You got to fight.
Got some Beastie Boys going on in there. Henry, where was the cottage at that you wrote your last words in? What city?
The number 1.
Notice I keep my voice down as well to make sure they can't hear me through those.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was getting everything.
You were on your way, weren't you? Can you tell us what you died from? Can we ask that question? Watch for the letters TB on there, Shane. Henry, can you tell us how you died?
You can't be. What is this?
Better question. What sound are we hearing right now?
Minimalist approach.
We've had the word bells show up on pretty much every one of your devices when I asked that question, even spelled
But
out.
in addition to these,
What sound did we just hear out of St. Michael's Church?
I got walrus.
Some Beatles going on?
trying to find something. Pray for it.
What sound did we hear? What was ringing?
Please don't stop.
I love how he's singing. I don't think anybody's ever done that before. Henry, we're going to wrap this up. We got about a minute left, maybe 2. Any of the questions that I've asked, your wife, how you died, what we've heard, feel free to answer any one of them. Or an image. We'll take some images. Paisley's been waiting. She's falling asleep in there. Henry, going once.
I can't make out anything. It's all staticky right now.
Do you want us to go home? You could tell us to go home and we will. Any last images you want to show us, Henry?
And then number 5.
I'm going to say goodnight. I will see you tomorrow. Will you say goodnight back to us?
In the ground.
I'm really honestly waiting for another image.
That's why I was hoping he would show up some kind of an image.
I could do the temptation, make a deal, like we'll leave you alone if you give us an answer.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. If we could do that, because that
There's
one
gonna be
image was
7.
crystal clear.
I'm gonna call it. Can you go ahead and tap them out for me? Paisley, go ahead and rip that thing off your face. I know you're waiting on the smoke to clear.
Does that mean I'm good to?
Yep.
I just got beautiful soul.
Beautiful soul.
No, beautiful.
That's what I said. Beautiful soul.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
All right, so let's take a look at these images. I think we've gotten